So this is kind of awkward because I lost my baby tripod. It's like this one where it's like has the 3 legs, obviously, because it's a tripod. It's really tiny and you can like adjust it up and down. Anyway, so if this video looks weird, I apologize. And the reason I wanted to use the baby tripod was because I'm not in the normal area where I do my videos at, just because I wanted to change it up. And so, without further ado, welcome to my room. Yay! It's Savannah, and today I kind of wanted to talk about inspiration and emotional outlets because it kind of explains the real reason why I learned Japanese growing up, and like another reason why I have a lot of the hobbies that I just do in general. So in efforts to make my subscribers a little bit more not affiliated, but knowledgeable about me, and in order to give them something to take away from this video, I decided to kind of tie in why I actually learned Japanese with emotional outlets and shit like that, and inspiration and finding shit. Now, the reason why I studied Japanese, I started to study Japanese, wasn't necessarily because I really liked anime and because I had this cute like attraction to like Japanese media, and you know, I loved J-pop or something like that. And I'm not talking shit about any of the people who are into those things. It's just that wasn't my spark. First of all, when I was growing up and when I moved from New York to Texas, or the New York, New Jersey area to Texas, I didn't have a lot of friends. And I remember hating my experience and like hating living here. And there was just a lot of cultural things that I just wasn't used to. Now I've grown to feel like better about being here. But there are times where I'm just like, man, you know, I wish I can go back to New York. But of course, real estate is so expensive and it's just complicated. And yeah. Anyways, while I was here, I remember being just like bullied for my lisp, because I have a lisp with my S's. And I can't say CH words without it being like sounding like a big hunk of like saliva slush in the back of my mouth. Like, it's just terrible. And I didn't have any friends who would make fun of me because I had my natural hair. And I mean, I wear fake hair all the time, like right now, but I mean, I proudly have natural hair and I wear it out, and I just don't care what anybody thinks. And when I was growing up, I guess everybody else cared. And so I just remember being like mocked in the hallway and made fun of, and no one liked me. And it was just this really weird, awkward transition from such an international metropolitan area to a small town in Texas. So that was that. As far as emotional outlets and finding inspiration is concerned, my strategy for dealing with like that type of stress and emotional drainage was to find things that made me happy. And I figured that if no one wanted to be my friend here, I could learn another language and then like make a friend from a different country. And so Japanese just ended up coming to mind. Like, I literally woke up out of my bed and I was like, holy shit, let's learn Japanese, my nigga. And I was just all up in it. I kind of kept myself from feeling lonely, and it kind of helped me put however I was feeling into something external instead of just kind of bottling it up inside and becoming very like depressed or just not proud of myself. And I do this with a lot of other things too. This channel is primarily about my Japanese studies and my journey and how I get better and like tips that I kind of come up with. If you love that type of stuff, that's why you're subscribed to me. Thank you for watching. And I keep doing that stuff, but I just want to make a point that I don't just do Japanese, and no one is just like one dimension. You know, I love to read. I love particularly fiction. I always liked it because it kind of made me not have to think about my world when I was thinking it was so effed up. I can just go into somebody else's and it just wouldn't matter. I write a lot for the same reason. I love to dance to music. I study Spanish also on top of Japanese when I have time. And I like to sew. I guess I wanted to share these things with you because when I feel like shit, you know, and when I felt like shit, I've always had to find something that would bring me joy and let me get into my element. And sometimes finding that could be a very scary experience, because even though I was doing Japanese and I was drawing and sewing and reading, I was still getting bullied for drawing and sewing and reading and studying Japanese all the time, and people still didn't understand it. I didn't have a lot of family support on the issues. At least I didn't feel like I did, and I still kind of feel like I don't. So it's a very solitary thing, and you have to allow yourself to go out and experience those things in order to find that. And you know, it's hard when you don't have money or you feel like you're doing a lot of things by yourself. But I kind of, when I felt really discouraged about the things that I do and me getting better and feeling better about life and getting more positive, it was kind of like, well, do I just want to sink into this hole of whatever I'm feeling, or do I actually want to attempt to feel better? Because, you know, life is so short, and in, you know, dealing with the brevity of life in such a negative way isn't going to help anything. Like psychologically, was it philosophically, there's, I guess people, like, there's some people who, like, okay, I have this friend who kind of defines, like, how I think as, like, positive nihilism, as though because nothing matters, the fact that I say that certain things matter make it that much more special, and therefore we create our own purpose. Because I have this tendency to say that nothing matters, so why should I give a shit? Because it's my way of, like, undermining, like, everything and, like, everything's significance, which is extremely unhealthy. But it's just, like, something, it's just a part of my personality. It's just a flaw I have, and I'm working on it. And, you know, reading and writing and sewing and studying Japanese and Spanish and dancing in my room when no one's looking at 1 o'clock in the morning helps me with that, and helps me with my nihilistic thoughts, to where I can at least say that, or somebody else can at least say that I have positive nihilism or positive nihilistic tendencies. If I'm rambling, I apologize. And I guess because I'm not addressing you, like the universal you or whoever's watching this video, directly, I guess I don't know, it might be a little bit hard to apply to your own life, but I guess I'm using my own life and experiences and feelings as like a huge giant example to get you to understand what you may be feeling, or like help you with something. Due to the amount of solitary activities I like to do, I didn't have that much need for social interaction. So that's also a thing. But I've gotten much better than what I was, like, when I was slightly younger, and I'm happy. Thank you for watching this slightly weird video. Yeah, I'll talk to you later.